indeed, it's at forward, 6'8", number 30, he's anyone from Denver, 6'5", nearly Timberwolves 1, Anthony. Your this is your North-Star Timberwolves.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Siakam and Jackson make up the inside pair. Neesmith on the wing. He's paired with Mathurin. And it's Halliburton into the one. And for Minnesota, guard and off guard, filled by DiVincenzo and Edwards. Randall and Reed holding down the post spots. And it's McDaniels at the small forward. And Greg, now that we have a new season underway, what's most important for these teams to remember right now?
That it's a long season, Kevin. And I know we say that a lot, but it's the truth. And to just remember, there's going to be plenty of ups and downs during the course of the year.
Looking at the last game for the Indiana Pacers, it was a win against the Grizzlies. And the dunk by Jackson.
And Mathurin proving he can be unselfish, wanting to find his teammates.
Randall outside. There's the triple. Drills the three-pointer.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter steal, but not who you want to leave open.
Mathurin with the ball. McDaniels defending. Halliburton for three. Nailed from three-point land.
If you hit a 3-on-1 in, you know Halliburton wants to do the same in his response. What a competitor.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Chris Finch. I asked him if he's focused on a particular player in the opposing lineup, and Coach stressed the message he delivered to his team about Pascal Siakam. It was simple. Don't bite on his spin move. He doesn't want his guys falling for Siakam's tricks in the low post. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks.
Siakam not going to let them just own the three-point line. He's returning fire with a vengeance.
Randall with the bucket.
The offense, 3 of 4, a solid start for this game.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, the Timberwolves this summer signing extensions to keep their elite front court intact. In bringing back Julius Randle and Naz Reid, they maintain a team strength, one that seems more necessary than ever in the loaded West, guys.
You got it, making the commitment. Okay, Shams, thanks for the report. For Indiana, they've gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Uses both hands to slam it down.
DiVincenzo's got major bounce now. This kid is a big-time leaper. He can play at the rim and above it, too.
Siakam inside the three-point line. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. To be out of position, you can see the frustration on his face.
Count that one. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, it reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Now, here is Halliburton. His last outing, 16 points for him. And Siakam with the basket on the assist by Halliburton. Siakam's got 9.
And for Siakam, that three-point shot not only opens up the floor for himself, but for his teammates as well.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline.
All right, look who's coming onto the court. Come on, get back for your Timberwolves dance.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. Joe Ingles comes in for Julius Randle. Bones Highland is checked in for McDaniels. And it's Conley in for Dante DiVincenzo. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Buff's checked in. Toppin comes in for Pascal Siakam. Andrew Nembhard's checked in for Benedict Mathurin. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Aaron Neesmith.
And, you know, succeeding in the catch-and-shoot game will really help Edwards set up his drives to the hoop.
Well, year after year, Clark, we continue to see Anthony Edwards increase his scoring.
Yeah, and I like the fact that his efficiency has gone up as well, Kevin. That's a nice combination. Scoring going up and efficiency improving, and that's a problem for sure for the rest of the league.
And here is Conley after Tyrese Halliburton was able to get the triple. It's good from long range.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And another 3 for Indiana.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
Randall's checked in for Edwards. Randall against Toppin. Randall is doubled. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
That's the line for 2. Julius Randle.
That free throw good from Randall.
You know, Julius Randle offers a versatile skill set. Not only does he have outstanding handles for a guy of his size, he's pretty quick, too. He's also got that strength, which is a pretty nice combination.
And one of the many challenges for a small market team like the Pacers, Greg, going up against that luxury tax.
And they've avoided carrying a payroll that would incur the tax. But right when they said they were planning to do just that, the Bucks stunned everyone with the maneuver to secure Pacers center Miles Turner and perhaps let him off the hook.
And here is Conley after Obi Toppin was able to get the triple. Takes the 3. Randall no good. Pacers leading by 3. Here's Nembhard. Makes it off the glass.
Working hard in the paint, Nembhard knows you got to bring it down low.
Pass to Ingles. The wide open look here for Highland. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. No scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Pacers lead by 5. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Pacers.
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
And I really liked how they moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
And so it's McConnell with it. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. On the court for the Pacers as our second quarter gets underway. McConnell and Nembhard at guard. Then it's Pascal Siakam. And it's Huff in at the 5 down low. Cans it from downtown.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Now here's Randall. He's got 10. Here he goes. And Randall throws it down.
You know, guys, every year Randall seems to improve as a scorer. You know, he's looking more and more confident, more comfortable out there scoring the ball.
Yes, that goes in.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForge on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. The Timberwolves have elite shot creation, but it's finding that balance. Anthony Edwards said, I'm wired to score the ball. I'm going to showcase my game, so it's hard to find that balance of when to pass and when to keep it and try to get it going. Sometimes I feel like the right play is me. Kevin, back to you.
Fills it up with the best. All right, Allie, as always, we thank you. McConnell in the corner. And again, it's Indiana converting.
usually the one setting others up. This time McConnell gets the benefit of the hot pass for himself.
So coming close to 40 years of age, Mike Conley's production has slowed down, but Clark, he is still so valuable in so many ways.
And his value comes in his production, but maybe more so in the intangibles, which are really hard to measure, but they're palpable. You feel them. They make a difference. They have an impact on the team and individual young players. I mean, he's one of the best teammates and leaders in the NBA. Always plays it within himself, has great perspective and wisdom. He's just a joy to be around and a very, very good teammate and leader.
Edwards, he's checked in for Minnesota. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Randall, makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
Randall's a bruiser now. The willingness to be physical inside, a big part of Randall's game.
Gobert against Siakam. Here's McConnell, drills it from outside. McConnell's got 8 points here in this quarter.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Back to Highland. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Unselfish, good vision. Nice dime by Julius.
Pacers leading by 9. Here's Siakam. Halliburton outside. Launches a 3. And Indiana, another 3.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
And here's Edwards from the arc. Drains the three-pointer. Edwards got 6 points.
The competitive fire of Anthony Edwards, admirable, going right back at him.
And so now a timeout called by Rick Carlisle. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Some changes for Minnesota. Reed, he's checked in for Randall. McDaniels comes in for Bones Highland. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. Indiana leading by 9. And Clark for the Pacers, a team you used to play for. The trade in 2022 for Tyrese Halliburton, charting a new course for the franchise.
Boy, he's been such a phenomenal catalyst for this surge in Pacer basketball recently. A gifted floor general, loves to be able to get out and play in the open court, is a magnetizing force in positivity for this Pacer team. Great teammate, great leader, and really is the face of the franchise currently.
A shot by McConnell, no good. For Minnesota, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. Here's McDaniels. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Nice looking teardrop by the swing man McDaniels. Love watching his offense continue to evolve and grow.
Looking at the last game for the Indiana Pacers, it was a win against the Grizzlies in Memphis.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
Well, it's really hard to stop them when they're in a groove offensively, and they were in a comfort zone all game long in that one.
Basket counts.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Yeah, I mean, test the hot hand. You're exactly right. I say let those triples fly.
And he's on a good pace here from three-point range. Made 1 in the first, 2 more here in the second. It seems like with more to come.
Edwards' shot is good.
And with the way he can rise, Edwards able to get that shot off anytime.
Siakam finds Toppin. Siakam against Gobert from about 19 feet. And McConnell gets it to go. McConnell's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. That's in, coming off the assist from Edwards. Edwards got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Toppin, and Indiana, another 3.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
And so it's Indiana. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. From beyond the arc, they've been absolutely tremendous. And we've got more in 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
Thanks for tuning in. Welcome. A clinic in execution so far, as it's been a dominant showing for the Indiana Pacers.
They are just racking up the assists right now, playing for one another. Man, this is great.
Yeah, we'll see if they can keep up this mentality in the second half. If they do, they win.
Changing gears now, this should be interesting. Let's hear what the fans want to say. Here's an interesting one from No Foolin' Julian. What's another sport you think you could have gone pro in?
Football, I would have been a tight end. Maybe block some field goals. Do whatever it takes.
I think I could have did soccer. Dribbling's dribbling, right?
I guess some people might say that, Jet, but either way, I'd pay good money to see both of you in those endeavors. And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. We're seeing a tremendous game from Julius Randle.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Mark, we see more coaches nowadays keeping a cool-headed, calm demeanor on the sidelines.
And Kevin, I love it. I mean, you don't have to yell and scream to get your point across, and every coach has to coach according to his personality. But I do like the fact that we see more coaches being mindful of how they coach and recognizing that overly demonstrative behavior doesn't necessarily improve the outcome.
Timberwolves trail by 11. The wingmen, Edwards and McDaniel. Randle and Reed holding down the post spots. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard position. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half. And here's Halliburton. Following Julius Randle's 3, Jackson finds Halliburton. Pass to Mathurin. Trying to find Jackson. He's got it now. Shot clock at 6. Halliburton for 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Halliburton's got 12.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
The shot's good from DiVincenzo.
And there's DiVincenzo with the quick trigger. Cannot give him any room defensively. You've got to eliminate his airspace.
An NBA champion with the Bucks. Clark, what do you think about Dante DiVincenzo?
Boy, the guy's a winner. I mean, I think about his spectacular performance in the championship game back in 2018. And then he plays hard all the time. I mean, he's willing to do whatever it takes to help the team win. And his defense and three-point shooting bring great value to his team.
Mathurin for 3. And the Pacers another 3.
Nice little bounce in their step since the break. 3 for 4 to start the half.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Down low. Reed in the post. Jackson on him. Reed misses. To the inside. Over in the corner, Mathurin. Good, and a nice assist from Siakam. Siakam's got 5 assists in the game. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Anthony Edwards is truly a superstar on the rise. He said, quote, "People forget how young I am. I'm not even touching my prime yet. I'm just trying to get more efficient as every year goes by. Guys, back to you.
Yep, a star on the run. Allie LaForce with the report. Hey, Allie, thanks. And so now a timeout called by Rick Carlisle. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy. And a look now at the breakdown between 3-point and 2-point shots attempted here tonight for Minnesota. And so it's Halliburton who brings up the ball for the Pacers. So, Clark, looking at the history of the Timberwolves, they're in the most successful stretch ever.
Yeah, you look at the first 24 seasons, Minnesota won just 2 playoff series total. They've won 4 rounds in the last 2 years alone in the playoffs. You know, what's been the key if you ask that question? I'd say having that guy Anthony Edwards is where you start.
And here is Siakam. Following Julius Randle's 3, over in the corner, Mathurin. That 3 off the mark. Timberwolves trail by 10. A 3 for DiVincenzo. Siakam pulls it in. Pacers have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Pass to Neesmith. Back to Jackson. Shoots over DiVincenzo. And off the front iron, and in it goes. And that's now 6 points for Isaiah Jackson. Minnesota's gotten 12 of their points from long range in the third quarter, going 4 of 5 shooting. And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. Joe Ingles comes in for Julius Randle. Bones Highland is checked in for McDaniels. And Mike Conley is subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Huff's checked in. Toppin comes in for Pascal Siakam. Andrew Nembhard's checked in for Benedict Mathurin. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Aaron Neesmith. To the paint. Here's Ingles. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Ingles has got his second bucket of the night.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
You know, Clark, Rudy Gobert is often the victim of unfair criticism.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more there. I mean, that's just what people tend to do, the talking heads, if you will. I think too many times folks focus on what he can't do instead of appreciating all that he does. I mean, he excels as a rim protector, a screener, a physical presence in the paint. I mean, I think he's going to go down as one of the all-time outstanding defenders in league history.
A three-pointer is right on target.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now here's Edwards. He's got 8. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Pass to Toppin. Takes a 3. And the Pacers another 3.
Toppin has become a good jump shooter who understands floor spacing.
And here's Edwards from the arc. And he's good on the 3-ball. Edwards got 11.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
But he just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. they can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
And so it's Indiana. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And let's listen to head coach Rick Carlisle review the game plan with his guys.
Best thing we got is just keep the ball moving, keep the floor space, keep attacking them.
And acting like their overall activity on offense, he likes it, obviously. Rick hoping they can just sustain it now.
Yeah, you know the other side's going to come out with defensive adjuncts. Coach isn't worried about that yet. Just wants his guys to keep running the offense the right way.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. McConnell and Nembhard at guard. Siakam is out there with Shepard. And it's Huff in at the 5. Home in the paint. Nifty move. And he lays it up and in. Conley's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Timberwolves. Siakam outside. Lets the 3 fly. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Yeah, you got to get out on that. Siakam demonstrating that ability to hurt you from beyond.
And it's Highland in the corner. Off target from outside. Pacers leading by 16. Walker in the corner for 3. Here's Huff. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Randall gets to Conley. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. Randall's got his 4th assist in this one. And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. Edwards, he's checked in for Minnesota. Toppin, he's checked in for the Pacers. Halliburton comes in for Walker. And now Allie LaForce says something for us from the sideline.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. He told his guys, let's not waste this advantage. Hold on to it. Stay aggressive. Let's not give up ground. Coach wants to see his team staying strong out there, guys.
And Allie, thanks so much. Edwards, no good. Indiana leading by 15. It's Nembhard on the wing. He's defended by Highland. A nice shot by Halliburton.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
Nembhard against Edwards. Shoots the 3. Cleared away by Toppin.
You wonder where was the defense that time, but they got lucky.
Halliburton fires. And another 3 for Indiana.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Conley against McConnell. For 3, Edwards. Siakam pulls it in. Siakam's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Halliburton finds Nembhard. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Outside for Randall. They get the rebound. Now the Pacers with it. They're on a 14-3 run right now. Toppin, good.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
Well, you know, that's exactly their plan here in the fourth. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes.
Out to Edwards. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Indiana.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, but an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Tyrese Halliburton.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Here's Randall, and the layup is good.
Well, he's a wrecking ball on offense. Randall, so good at finishing inside.
And it's McConnell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. Halliburton outside. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. And Indiana, another 3.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Edwards drives in. From 16 feet away, he cans it.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
Here's McConnell. Offline. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. And so now, for Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Tyrese Halliburton.